Welcome, savvy travelers and digital nomads. Staying safe during your adventures is paramount, and that includes being aware of potential scams. Now, we all love the thrill of exploring new places, immersing ourselves in diverse cultures, and living the digital nomad lifestyle. But with that comes certain risks, and one of the most overlooked is the danger of being scammed. Scammers are crafty, and they've designed a myriad of ways to trick us out of our hard-earned money. From health and medical scams to social engineering, the scams we encounter are as diverse as the locations we travel to. That's why we're here today. This video is your guide to the top 13 scams targeting digital nomads and tourists. Our countdown will arm you with the knowledge to identify and avoid these pitfalls. Be sure to stick around until the end, as you don't want to miss the worst scams of all. Your adventure awaits. Let's make sure it's a safe one. Starting at number 13, we have health and medical scams. These scams often promise quick-fix solutions or miracle cures for common health issues. They may seem legitimate, leveraging scientific jargon or citing fake studies. But remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Always consult with your own trusted healthcare provider before trying a new treatment or medication. Be skeptical of any unsolicited medical advice or products. Remember, always verify your medical provider and don't fall for quick fixes or miracle cures. Moving on to number 12, social engineering scams. These scams are all about manipulation, where fraudsters play on your trust and goodwill. They might pose as a friend in need or a bank official requiring urgent details. The scenarios are endless, but the trickery is the same: to make you voluntarily surrender information or money. To steer clear, always double-check sources, don't share personal data casually, and remember, if something feels off, it probably is. Stay vigilant, validate information, and don't give out personal data without verification. At number 11, beware of tourist scams. These can range from overpriced souvenirs to shady taxi services. Often, scammers target tourists as they are unfamiliar with the local customs and prices. They may even pose as friendly locals or fellow tourists to gain your trust. The best way to avoid these scams is to research beforehand, be wary of unsolicited offers, and negotiate prices before accepting any service or product. When in doubt, ask local authorities or fellow travelers for advice. Coming in at number 10, let's discuss restaurant and food scams. You're enjoying a meal abroad, but be careful, some places have a knack for scamming tourists. They might advertise with authentic local food signs but serve you subpar dishes at inflated prices. Or they may add items you never ordered to your bill. To avoid this, do some research before dining out. Check online reviews, and when the bill comes, go through it line by line. Always check your bill and don't be afraid to question suspicious charges. At number 9, we have transportation scams. These scams are rampant globally, with unsuspecting travelers often finding themselves paying exorbitant prices for short trips. Taxis without meters, drivers taking unnecessarily long routes, or even false claims of vehicle breakdowns are just a few examples. The best defense is to do your research. Know the average costs and distances, use reputable transportation services, and always confirm the fare before you set off. Keep an eye on your belongings and confirm prices before you travel. Number 8 brings us to tourist attraction and ticket scams. It's not uncommon for fraudsters to sell counterfeit tickets to popular tourist attractions or events. Some may even pose as official tour guides, offering exclusive access to attractions. To avoid these scams, be vigilant. Research the attraction or event beforehand. Check the official website for ticket prices and authorized sellers. Avoid buying tickets from random sellers on the street or online. Remember, only buy tickets from reputable sources and verify all details. At lucky number 7, we have guided tour scams. These are sly tricks where unlicensed guides offer tours at popular sites, often at a cheaper price. They may lack knowledge, take you to unsafe areas, or even disappear after getting paid. To avoid this, ensure you're dealing with a reputable tour operator. Check online reviews and verify their credentials. Remember, it's not about saving a few bucks, but about safe and enriching experiences. Do your research and always choose established tour operators. At number 6, let's explore restaurant menu scams. Imagine this: you're enjoying your meal, then the bill arrives, and the prices aren't what you expected. Some restaurants are known to use bait-and-switch tactics, showing one menu with lower prices initially, then presenting another with higher prices when the bill comes. To avoid this, ensure you confirm prices before ordering. Be especially cautious with specials, as they often don't have prices listed. Remember to always ask for prices up front and be wary of specials. Number 5 brings us to restaurant overcharging. Imagine settling down for a great meal, only to get a bill that's way higher than you expected. Sometimes restaurants pad the bill with items you didn't order, or even inflate the prices. It's an unpleasant surprise, to say the least. So, how can you avoid this? Familiarize yourself with the prices before you order and keep a mental tab. And of course, always double-check your bill and question any suspicious charges. Coming in at number 4, we have fake goods and shopping scams. Ever been enticed by that luxury watch or designer bag at a shockingly low price? Chances are they're fakes. These scams often occur in bustling markets and online platforms, luring shoppers with counterfeit items. To avoid falling victim, always scrutinize product details, check seller credibility, and, above all, remember the old adage: if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Be wary of deals that seem too good to be true. At number 3, beware of street performer scams. These scams often involve performers who captivate audiences with their talent, only to exploit the crowd's distraction. While you're applauding their acrobatics or magic tricks, an accomplice may be lightening your pockets or bag. The best defense? Stay alert. Remember, street performances are public spaces and perfect settings for pickpockets. So, enjoy the show, but always keep your belongings close and your wits about you. Number 2 brings us to fake police scams. Now, these are particularly sneaky. Scammers will pose as police officers to exploit your trust. They might accuse you of a non-existent crime and demand an on-the-spot fine, or they'll ask to check your wallet for counterfeit money and swipe some away. To avoid falling prey, always ask for identification and be skeptical of impromptu fines. Remember, never hand over money or personal belongings. And with that, we're one step closer to the worst scam of all. And finally, at number 1, the most devastating of all, romance scams. These scams prey on your emotions, with fraudsters creating fake online profiles to woo you into a false relationship. They'll profess love quickly, then hit you with a hard luck story asking for money. Don't fall for it. Always validate the person's identity before getting too involved. Use verified platforms and never ever send money to someone you've never met. Keep your heart and your wallet safe. And there you have it, 13 scams digital nomads and tourists need to be aware of. From health and medical scams that prey on your well-being, to social engineering scams that manipulate your trust. Be wary of tourist scams that offer too good to be true deals, and restaurant scams that serve up a side of deceit with your meal. Keep an eye out for transportation scams that take you for a ride, and ticket scams that sell disappointment instead of adventure. Be careful of guided tour scams that lead you astray, and menu scams that dish out hidden charges. Remember that not every street performer is playing for your applause, and fake police scams can be quite arresting. And lastly, guard your heart against romance scams that break more than just promises. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep exploring. Until next time, happy travels.